Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. I thought I'd make a quick video on this very viral news about this Russian-American YouTuber that was arrested in the Philippines. So you've probably seen this. I've seen a couple of bloggers talking about this. This guy named Vitaly Dorovetsky, I'm not gonna probably say his name properly, but he was arrested in the Philippines because of his outrageous, stupid stunts that have landed him in trouble. Now, why am I laughing? Because I've seen a couple of the clips of his videos and I thought to myself, you know what? It does take a lot for Filipinos to get annoyed, and Filipinos are very game in front of the camera. Like if you are a YouTuber, a blogger, a content creator, and you want to get yourself started, go to the Philippines, especially if you're into traveling, food, all of that, culture, go to the Philippines because you're going to end up gaining a lot of followers. And I think a lot of content creators do that for that exact reason. You know, Filipinos like foreigners, especially if you're friendly, you're outgoing, they would really embrace you. They are not camera shy. They are very friendly. They'll smile at the camera. They'll even help you make a content for, in exchange for, a good conversation, a good laugh, a good time, a good meal. I mean, they're very game. But this guy is just totally out of control. Okay, so this guy's name is, I'm probably going to butcher his name, Vitaly Dorovetsky, a controversial Russian-American YouTuber known for his viral pranks and shock content. And yes, the content was quite shocking, okay? I've seen a couple of the clips. So he's been arrested in the Philippines following widespread outrage over his alleged harassment of locals while filming videos for social media. The 34-year-old, who goes by the online name Vitaly TV, again, I'm probably butchering this, I'm sorry, but he's been accused of acting inappropriately and aggressively toward unsuspecting Filipinos in what many believe were desperate attempts to provoke reactions and boost his online popularity. Now, I saw a couple of clips. One of the clips, you've probably seen this too because everybody was sharing this online. Filipinos were outraged by this guy. There was this Filipino guy on a scooter, motorcycle, and he was trying to nakikisakay, basically. I'm not sure how to translate that. And this Filipino guy was saying, no, no, no. And not only he basically just went and rolled on the back, he he started touching this guy inappropriately. I thought it was really uncomfortable to watch, but I thought to myself while watching that video, I was like, you know what? He's gonna get in trouble because people they're not gonna let this go, because a couple of other videos came out of him just being disrespectful. It's just, again, he's, looking for attention. Probably that was his way of trying to get traction, but that's not how it works over there, okay? And he got himself in trouble for it. So according to PNA, Vitily was detained by the Bureau of Immigration in Pasay City on the orders of Criminal Investigation and Detection Group. This is CIDG. So according to Major General Nicholas Story III, he stated that we have read the online outrage and we coordinated with other authorities for proper actions against the subject. We cannot just let this incident pass. His recent video film in VGC had gone viral online. It has sparked outrage due to its alleged disruptive and inappropriate, disrespectful behavior towards unsuspecting and friendly Filipinos. So who is this troublemaker? Again, his name is Vitaly Dorovetsky. I'm probably butchering his name, but he was born Vitaly Alexandrovich Dorovetsky. He later dropped that name and now holds Russian-American citizenship. Oh, this guy is American citizen? This is a shame. He gained notoriety and popularity in 2012 with a video in which he scared strangers in Miami while posing as a homeless man, many of whom were black, leading to accusations of racism. Now, this guy is a troublemaker, isn't he? Even before he went to the Philippines. While his channel initially soared in popularity, views declined in later years, prompting him to pull increasingly audacious stunts. Now, this reminded me of that content creator that got arrested in South Korea. I'm not sure if you've seen that on the news. He was doing the same thing. He was disrespecting the temples in Japan, just getting in people's faces, and the Japanese hate that. But he got away with that, but stupid him, he was live streaming himself and basically telling everybody, I'm gonna go to South Korea and do the same exact thing. But the authorities in South Korea was ready for him, so he got arrested, and I think he still is in South Korea. So this guy reminds me of that guy. I'm not sure who is crazier, but they're both in the same league, obviously. So this guy have done quite a bit of craziness even before he went to the Philippines. So this included pitch invasions at major football events, such as the 2014 FIFA World Cup and the 2019 Champions League final, and a controversial live stream inspired by To Catch a Predator, which ultimately led to a lawsuit by Hollywood screenwriter C.J. Cox. So this guy has been banned from all stadiums worldwide. Imagine, to be banned, you must be really crazy. Following multiple disruptions at global sporting events, including the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Now, this guy has a lot of balls to be doing all this craziness just for views, huh? Anyway, so what sparked the outrage in the Philippines? So in the latest string of incidents, Vitily filmed a series of clips in the Philippines that have been widely condemned as offensive and aggressive, and I've seen the videos. In one instance, he repeatedly demanded attention from a woman, eventually threatening her, and he started cursing her, saying, I am going to rob you if you keep walking away. Oh my goodness, he's ridiculous. When she refused his money, he shouted, okay, 'cause you got a COVID mask, you liberal F-word. Now, what I don't like about this guy is that I've seen pictures of him wearing the MAGA hat. And now some people are connecting him to the MAGA movement, saying, well, no wonder why he is an a-hole. He is a MAGA supporter. That's really annoying because I know of many people who are MAGA supporters and they don't act like this, ridiculous. But yeah, he makes everybody look bad. Now, later at a shopping mall, he confronted a security guard. He started harassing security guards now. He snatched his hat, a security guard's hat, and ran away. So this security guard was kind of like scratching his head. What's wrong with that guy? When a woman intervened, he told her to shut the F up. He keeps cursing people, and that's really rude, especially this curse. That's like really offensive for Filipinos. They know what it means, so it's like the worst thing you could say. Now, he also harassed another guard by singing the paparazzi song while filming in his face. Yeah, he keeps getting into people's faces. Perhaps the most outrageous moment came when he asked a police officer if he could shove a banana in his behind. He's really asking for trouble. Before hopping into the officer's motorbike and urging him to give chase. While clearly aimed at provoking a reaction, the stunt was deemed deeply disrespectful and culturally insensitive. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of that video that I saw. He was kind of also touching the guy inappropriately, and that kind of made a lot of people uncomfortable because you can tell that the Filipino man was like, no, politely refusing him, and he was just so aggressive. So what happens now to this ridiculous person? The Department of the Interior and Local Government, DILG, has declared Vitily an undesirable alien. You know what? That doesn't even sound so bad. Undesirable alien. Although he is expected to be deported, they are delaying his deportation. So this is a statement from Secretary Remula. A Russian American comes to the Philippines and belittles us. He belittled our laws, said Remula during a hearing. Authorities are now searching for the cameraman involved in the live stream, who may also be held accountable. So I'm wondering if this cameraman is also a Russian American, or maybe a Filipino that he was paying to take all these photos and videos. So right now he is still in the Philippines. Looks like they are delaying his deportation. They want him to learn a lesson. A wake-up call for him for sure. But I've seen some photos of him when they arrested him. He doesn't seem to be bothered, to be very honest. Like, he's still smiling. Looks like he's still enjoying his time. I don't know. You know, the thing is, I didn't realize how how popular he is. He's got more than 10 million YouTube subscribers and 1.5 billion views. So obviously this guy really has built an empire on provocation and craziness. And obviously his recent actions raise serious questions about the role of this social media platform, in this case YouTube. I think he's also using Kick, maybe Twitch even. So maybe the social media platforms can work on moderating harmful contents like this. But in all honesty, this guy is also successful and probably, you know, keeps on doing what he's doing, all of the craziness and pranking, because he's got this following. So it's not just really his responsibility. I mean, he's obviously responsible for this craziness, but there is also that big audience that finds entertainment in this kind of content. So there is the outcry right now because people are outraged by the things that he was doing, specifically Filipinos, because he was, you know, belittling them and yeah, crazy. But there's also a population of audience who likes this kind of content. So yeah, that is the problem. I think the responsibility is shared not just by the content creator, but those people who also like this type of entertainment. Now, I do wanna mention something, and I was thinking if I should do this or not, but I think some people really need to be called out, especially if this involves, you know, reputation of an entire group of people, and in this case, Filipinos. There is another content creator in the Philippines. I'm not sure if he's like permanently staying in the Philippines, whatever his status is, but I gotta look it up. Maybe I should put it on the screen, you know, his name, but you probably would figure this out. But he is a content creator in the Philippines. He talks about culture and stuff, and he usually goes around interviewing people. I think he's also Russian. I've seen a couple of his videos, but I try to avoid it because the thing with YouTube is that it's algorithm. You watch one video and then they're gonna feed you the same type of videos over and over again. And I've seen his videos going around interviewing specifically Filipinas, and the type of questions he gives is really very sexual and very disrespectful. I find it like, I'm even surprised that Filipinas are like entertaining this. Like all of his topics are mostly just about that, sex, and very provocative type of topics, and really not good. It doesn't look good for Filipinas. And as a Filipina, I find it offensive. And my advice to Filipinas is that if you have a foreigner like this going around asking questions like this, making you look really bad, not just you, but all of Filipinas, maybe you shouldn't be entertaining this kind of, you know, questioning. All right, so if you have any comment on this, I've seen a couple of people already talking about this. What's your opinion on this guy? What do you think? I don't know how long the Philippines can hold him, but if they want, they probably could, you know, hold this guy for a good period of time. I think they want him to stay in jail there, but I mean, I'm not sure what kind of, other than, I have to look into the actual case. What are they gonna charge him with? I mean, obviously they're calling him an undesirable alien, but that itself isn't that like a ground for deportation, but looks like they're delaying the deportation. They want to keep him there for him to learn that lesson. All right, I'm gonna cut this video here. It gotten too long. My plan was to just make a quick video, but if you have anything you'd like to add, you're more than welcome to do that in my comment section below. I'll see you, or I'll talk to you on my next video. Bye everyone.